A home renovation is a large undertaking that has many things that can go wrong. With some help from an interior designer, this video will tell you the secrets to choosing the perfect functional and beautiful lighting for your home renovation. Hey, I'm Austin from Crown Electric, and in our videos, we tell you everything you need to know about your future electrical work. With over 25 years of licensed electrical contracting experience, Crown provides you with the best knowledge and service. Home renovation lighting can be complicated, so we're going to cover all of the bases in this video. We'll cover safety, lighting strategy, how to plan your project, mistakes to avoid, and how to maximize your budget for the job. And I say we because today we'll talk to Jen Nickel, who's the owner and principal designer at Envision Design Solutions. Envision specializes in renovations in residential and commercial spaces, so Jen's the perfect person to talk to for this. Since there's a lot to cover in this video, we've created a tip sheet to go along with it. It has information that you can use to follow along with this video and make sure you get all the tips, and it has some added secrets and details that we didn't put in this video just for you. Let's get into it. First, getting help from an electrician is a wise choice. In Ontario, you can hire a licensed electrical contractor, like Cron, who's registered with the Electrical Safety Authority of Ontario. We've put a link below for you to be able to find the right hire for your job. We totally understand that DIYers want to DIY. But there is a lot of value with hiring an electrician from a licensed electrical contractor. When you're renovating and doing any electrical work in your home, it does have to pass an electrical inspection. And having a licensed electrical contractor helping you is one of the best ways to make sure you get the right permits and making sure that the work that's completed will pass that inspection with the ESA. Not to mention, electrical work is dangerous, and having an experienced professional to help you out is definitely an asset to the job. The next thing to think about is, what is the overall strategy for using light in a space? Because it might not be as simple as you think. So Jen, what do renovators need to consider when starting to figure out lighting for their home?
So one of the first things you want to consider with your lighting is natural lighting. First and foremost, you have to see how much natural light you're getting into your space. You want to consider the direction of the sun, the lighting that you're getting from the sun, and once you establish where those windows are, you really need to treat those windows to maximize the lighting you're getting through them. Window treating is using blinds or shades on your window to control and diffuse the light so that we are eliminating the harsh glare from the light and creating a soft, functional light that you can use in your space. Once you've established the amount of natural light in your space, then you can supplement with artificial light. Natural light really corresponds with our natural circadian rhythms, and you want your artificial lighting to do the same. It's important to keep warmer temperatures in any of the spaces that you are relaxing, eating, sleeping. Cooler temperatures are more suitable for high functioning spaces. Places where you need to increase your energy, you need to be focused, you need to be productive. The next thing you want to consider is layering 3 types of lighting throughout your space: your general lighting, your task lighting, and your accent lighting. Your general lighting is going to be your overall lighting from one space to the next, including all your traffic paths. Your task lighting is going to be for those spaces where you have very specific tasks that you need to have more light to accomplish. So at your kitchen counters, in the laundry room, in your bathroom. And your accent lighting is going to focus on all of the design features in the space. Thirdly, you really want to put some focus on health and wellness. Poor lighting can cause eye strain, depression, fatigue. Well-planned lighting can improve your mood, it can increase your energy levels, and it can help with quality sleep. As you age, eyesight diminishes, balance diminishes. It's important to have adequate light for safety areas. So those would be the 3 main items you want to consider when planning the strategy behind your lighting. The 3 different types of lighting to balance in your space, the natural light, and the health and wellness impacts of your lighting.
Once you start strategizing how to light your home, you have to start choosing the actual fixtures that are going to go into it. When you're purchasing fixtures or outlets or switches or any of the different types of electrical equipment online, always make sure that the purchases you make have an ESA safety marking on it. Purchasing electrical products that don't meet safety standards can create more risk for fire And in the case that there was an incident related to that fixture, your insurance company likely won't cover you for it. Our suggestion? Purchase your products from reputable retailers like lighting stores or larger box stores. And in the event that the dream product you see is online at Amazon or Wayfair, then make sure that it has ESA safety approval markings. But before you go out into the world and start purchasing your fixtures and lamps and switches and everything that you want to make your space beautiful, let's create a bit of a plan first. So Jen, what is it that people need to think about in terms of planning the lighting for their space?
You really want to take the time to think through your space, all of the functions of each area in the traffic paths between them. Thinking about all of the activities that you will be doing in each space will help you decide the type of lighting you need for those activities. And then the traffic paths between them are going to help you figure out the locations of the controls. As a part of your overall layout, you might be also considering table lamps and floor lamps, and you want to make sure that you have receptacles or outlets located in places that make sense for those lamps. For instance, on either side of the bed for nightstand lamps, or in a specific corner where you're looking to put a floor lamp. When you're considering the controls for your lighting, you're not limited to just a switch. You may need to consider other types of controls, like a motion sensor in a pantry, for instance, or in a tight space where you can't find a convenient location for a switch that isn't hidden behind a door. You also want to consider any unique architectural features that may be in the space. These might require a specific lighting solution, maybe vaulted ceilings in your family room, or accent piece of artwork, cove ceilings. Finding the right lighting solution for those features makes all the difference. Last thing to consider on top of everything else is that in a renovation, there are some challenges that go with that. It's not always possible to move a light exactly where you want, or you may be left with a junction box that needs to be accessed. So it's important to know where those challenges might arise and be flexible. You sometimes won't be able to get a complete answer until you open up the walls to see where the wiring is running.
So you need to plan for how you're going to use the space, how you're going to light the space, and you can't forget to be flexible because sometimes things just don't work how you want them to. But that's all part of planning and understanding what you're doing before you start ripping walls apart. Speaking of ripping walls apart before planning, that can be a pretty big mistake. So Jen, because you've done tons of renovations in the past, what are some of the major mistakes that you see with other people who are doing their own home renovations with their lighting?
Some of the most common mistakes I see people making with their lighting is not having enough lighting in the space, not using dimmer switches, mixing and matching the light and cool temperatures within one space or even within one fixture, and choosing all fixtures from one series so that they're all too matchy-matchy in the space. We want to have some variety to create an interesting design.
Yeah, we don't like matchy-matchy either. But perhaps some people need to be a bit more matchy-matchy because that helps them fit their budget. So what are some of the ways that people can maximize their budget and still have beautiful and functional lighting in their home?
So here are a few tips for considering the cost of lighting in your renovation. First off, you want to invest in your statement pieces. Put your biggest investment in the places where they're going to make the biggest impact, like a chandelier over your dining room table. In the peripheral areas, that's where you can use more economical fixtures in your traffic paths, in your utility areas. You don't want to skimp on task lighting, dimmer switches, the things that are really going to make the lighting functional for your space. Don't cut your costs there. If budget becomes an issue, consider using economical fixtures to begin with and switching them out down the road when you're ready to make that investment. If you have all the infrastructure in place, then you'll have everything you need to make that upgrade at a later time.
And if you're planning to grow into that space, then that's the perfect way to do it. So thank you, Jen, for all of your amazing wisdom and tips. And just as a reminder, because there's a lot of information covered here, we've created a downloadable tip sheet that you can access in the description down below. It has all of the information from this video, plus a couple extra bonus tips because you deserve it. So I'm Austin from Crown Electric.
And I'm Jen from Envision Design.
And we are grateful for you taking the time to watch this video. Here are our social media handles where you can find plenty of other content. And if you have any comments or questions, let us know down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe because we'll be sharing lots of other content in the future to help you out with your future electrical work. Take care.